Hello and welcome back to Geek, Feng, Shui. I'm your host and Game Master Bob Sellers Jr. In this video we are going to take a look at Red Dead Redemption 2. We're going to try the online version first, then we'll do the storyline. And it was interesting for me because when I first played it I didn't realize there was two variations, and I remember playing the single player, but when I played the online I couldn't figure out which one to go into. So I'm going to redo the video I did, never posted, and I'm going to try to show both. Shout out to Chaotic Good Brewing here in Casson. I'm not paid or reimbursed for shouting them out, other than showing my pride in local business. I encourage you to check out breweries such as they in your area for family entertainment and fun. They have food trucks, pizza, beer, of course, milk, soda, juice, and all kinds of opportunities for gaming, whether it's Dungeons and Dragons or other games that you can go into their game room and pick up and play on the board, like Sorry or Monopoly, or bring your own. Any card game's welcome. And it's not your average sports bar with such distractions. It's more family orientated, in my opinion. So with that, I'm going to get going here and pull up Red Redemption. Allergy season is upon us. Now, when you first come up, I deleted my character I created for the video yesterday. I'll recreate her just to show you how you do that for the online version. In my case, I'm working on a story. As you can see, my currently published stories up above me at sellersjr.com or down below in the links, as well as my barbecue at Kilted Swine BBQ. I made it as a reference site for folks who ask, well, how do you do this? How do you do that? So I'm trying to explain. I just give them a business card and they can go out to the website and take a look at my different videos. And if I haven't done it, I may have links to those who have. I had not played a lot of Western genre games. Later today I'm going to post a couple other games I have that might tickle your fancy, so to speak. Redemption kind of plays into how I like playing with Tomb Raider now and Assassin's Creed in my efforts to break my habit and stay away from World of Warcraft. It's nothing against Blizzard. I like their products. It's just I got hopelessly addicted to a game that just got way too big. I mean, if you came into it now, you wouldn't know it. But if you're like me and were there like, I don't know, 6 months or so after it came out, all the way to what it is now, it's... So here is where you have to decide if you're going to be story or if you're going to be online. So we're going to play the online version, and then in the next video, or introduction video, I'll do the storyline, which is a little different. And you may or may not see why I was confused when I came. It's like, this doesn't remind me of what I played. I think the best thing that happened to me was playing Assassin's Creed, because I got used to all the different playing styles with that game, which bled into Tomb Raider, which I played many, many years ago, and I've just recently started playing the new ones, as you can see on the channel. By the way, please subscribe, like. If you don't like getting notifications, set the bell accordingly, but subscriptions do help the channel grow. Eventually, I hope to have at least 20 subscribers or more. Getting close. 4 away. At least at the point of making this video. There is a lot of videos on YouTube, and I link a walkthrough by a great gentleman down below.
Tell the Marshal this ain't how we do things here. But I'll oblige him this once. All right.
So this is where you pick your character screen. In my case, I'm using this as a foray into creating a character.
One of you. It's got to be one
Oh,
of you.
there you go. I hit the wrong button.
Okay,
So in
you
my case,
head
it's a
through
character
there.
named Bug. And when you meet her in there, I won't go into the specifics of my story.
I'm gonna need your
So
details.
what you can enter the name. In this case, I'm not going to name it Bug, of course. Geek Feng
You
Shui.
aren't going anywhere, and neither am I.
Appearance. You can go along and pick all the different variations that you want.
Take the time and get this right.
What I liked about, I took 3, I think.
From what
Skin
I hear,
tone.
you ain't leaving us anytime soon.
And you can go down to age. Body build, average. I went with athletic. Eye
We're
color
gonna need
was
a fair record of you.
gold, I think. If I tell you what the
Tell me everything except that you're innocent. I'd find that hard to believe.
eyebrows are shaped, trimmed, full,
Quite a record
plucked,
we'll have on you.
natural, fluffy, thick, shaped. I like the trim.
You're lucky you were caught, you know. The way the town feels about what happened, you were likely to be shot.
Eyes and brows, narrow, neutral, carefree,
It's a process, all right, but
furrowed.
a necessary one.
You can read that as I'm going along here. You can see how they can. It's like doing a sketch at a police station for somebody.
How you doing with that?
We'll do neutral. Hook nose, neutral, then wide, turned up, turn hooked, do neutral. Mouth is
Okay,
thin,
then.
neutral. Jawline is narrow, wide, neutral. Ears. Neutral.
Yep.
Full, sunken. I like neutral and all. The chompers are the teeth, yokel, gilded, go chompers. Hair. Layers, full ponytail. In my case, her hair is red and she's got the ponytail. Lifestyle. You can adjust accordingly. Complexion. Neutral. Complexion. Exhausted. Chapped. Wind whipped. Sounds good. Reddening. Toughened. Sunburnt. Weathered. You freckle, sun. Cheeky. Random. Several covered, faded, scattered. And then you can do the faint or strong. Moles, speckled, peppered, dotted, dwindling, strewn. Blemishes. Forehead, red-faced, blotchy, flamed, chin rub. The ox. In that case, my character is really weathered and she's been through a lot. So we're going to do slashed clawed split. Now in the storyline, the claw marks have a meaning. So we will we have it on a different side. We will go with the clawed look. Neutral. Makeup. None. Blush. Smoky eye. She wouldn't use eyeshadow. She's don't have time for that. Or eyeliner. She's a frontier woman. Lipstick matte. None. Ombre gives a good look. So we go into the whistle. Clarity. And attributes. So we have 2 points, and so she's a dead-eye shooter. And she's got good health.
It's all correct.
So we're going
I'll take a
to
photograph. Place your palms by your chest now for me.
accept. It must be 28220 is her number that you'll see why in a minute. We're going to play the intro. You have to hold the button down. We'll let you enjoy. It is kind of funny with the commentary you're going to hear coming up and how long some of these guys would have lasted in today's environment versus back then. One of the reasons that
Jackson! Officer Jackson, move
reason
those
when I wrote my
prisoners!
books is the
Officer Bailey!
women were treated.
Kitchens aid staff! Officer
Somebody pointed out in my
Townsend,
book
those
I have no
rocks ain't
daisies.
gonna
All the
break
women involved
themselves.
take care of
What are you
themselves.
standing there for? Get
More
moving.
likely to rescue Prince Charming and
looking at?
vice versa.
Go on, get moving. You with the hammer, and you'll do. We need to perform a work detail out near Tumbleweed. Come on, get in. Open the gate. Come on, Milliken. Yeah.
For me, it's always a sign of how well they do the introductions to indicate how well the game is played, and I give them high marks.
I tell you what, old Jameson is a wretched, sour old bastard, and no mistake. You lot stay calm in there.
We weren't saying nothing.
Well, you are now. Shut up. You know, my wife has acquired ideas significantly above her station. She's been reading too many goddamn books. Personally, I'm against education. Of women, I mean. And men, I guess. Unnecessary. Doesn't add much to the world. Education. Good day, gentlemen.
This main
Whoa.
character reminds me of an
Don't do
actor
anything
I've seen
stupid.
in
Nobody
a lot of
gets
shows.
shot.
Can't
Act
put
like
my name on it.
fools, and the pair of you will be dead within a minute. Now, what are your names? Jenkins and Milliken. Well, Mr. Jenkins and Mr. Milliken, throw your guns to the ground and get on down here. That's it. Very glad to meet you. It's not worth being rash. You boys get paid a salary. You get that salary whether these people escape or not. Your wives presumably want you alive. Let them out. Now, please. Okay. Okay. You all run away. Aside from you. Try to stay out of trouble. This is a stroke of good fortune for all of you. Use it. Now, Mr. Jenkins and Mr. Milliken, be so kind as to quickly run away before somebody gets shot entirely unnecessarily. Go on, don't look back. Mr. Went, I believe it was $50 we agreed on.
It was.
Here's 50 each.
Each?
Yes. Now get out of here, both of you. My employer and I appreciate your professionalism.
All we did was stand there and look tough.
And you did it fantastically well. Good day, gentlemen. Now, ma'am, how about you pick up these guns and we move out? My mistress is waiting for us.
And at a certain point, you start playing the character.
Then you better get on this horse.
They tell you what to do at the bottom there is follow the stranger.
They haven't got far to ride. I'm sorry, but I'm going to need you to come with me. Ready? Wonderful. I hope you'll forgive the secrecy. My employer particularly values discretion. My name is Mr. Horley, by the way. 6 months at Sisika Penitentiary, awaiting a hanging for a murder you did not commit. Must have felt a whole lot longer, my friend. You still seem strong, though. I mean, doesn't look like breaking all those rocks has left you entirely broken, in body or in spirit. I hope I am right about that. Rounding you folks up, and those sham trials, they were a disgrace. Made a mockery of the rule of law. I still can't quite believe they got away with it. There's others convicted when you were. Came out breathing fire. Maybe you're like that too. Guess we'll see. Or maybe you just want to put it all behind you, forget you were in there at all. That would be fine, of course, but you will listen to my mistress first. She spent a good sum getting you folks out. You owe her an audience, at least. He's just up here. There's the camp. Hit your horse.
The only thing you have to do is get close to the hitching post and then hit the, I think it's the Y button. Or X, might be X.
Been a while since you saw a hitching post, huh?
And then it goes back to them doing their character.
This way. She's anxious to meet you. Madam, we're back.
Hello. Jessica Leclerc, how do you do? What did you tell her?
Nothing, as we discussed.
Thank you, Horley. I do hope we haven't inconvenienced you dreadfully. But seeing as you were due to be hanged in a week, I'm sure you don't object too strongly. I know you're innocent. Well, not perhaps exactly innocent, but not guilty of what you were accused. I know you and those who were with you that died were little more than patsies, and that you were set up by one of 3 men or a woman, possibly by all of them. I can't be sure, but that is all I know so far.
And one of these people also made Mrs. Leclerc a widow.
And I will avenge my husband's death, so help me God. But I will not avenge it upon them who did not cause it, or caused it unwittingly. Anyway, I'm sure this is all a touch confusing and melodramatic. Where are my manners? Hawley, please show our guests to their tent and give them some fresh clothes to put on.
Very good, madam.
Then serve us both a little refreshment.
Certainly, madam. This way. You'll find a change of clothes in there, alongside a few other items you might need, a lasso, a knife, and a lantern, I believe.
So then you switch back to this is kind of interesting because a wardrobe is different in each game going along for whatever reason. So I'll go with that. Oops. When you go down, obviously there's other things that eventually you'll be able to pick. Overalls kind of help someone fit in. Maybe. Let's see here. Kind of randomized is kind of funny. I don't know what settings I did to change it, but I played it the other day. It was
That looks more comfortable. Hawley,
Here, madam.
your very good health. I suppose it beats dying,
Mrs. Leclerc's husband was murdered by one of his business partners.
And I intend to find out which one. Or rather, I intend for you to find out. And kill them. You're the only person I could possibly trust to do whatever it takes. Because you and your accomplices, you're the only other victims of their lies still alive. You see, you walked into the town at approximately the same time my husband was shot in the back, but by another gun, firing different bullets to those you possessed when you were arrested. These bullets, this was their mistake. You were rounded up and sentenced to death, all because you came to town and didn't talk too much and seemed like you were nasty. Anyway, here they are, the people who run Blackwater. Mr. Jeremiah Shaw, banker, real estate speculator, and crook. Mr. Amos Lansing, ranch owner, speculator, and crook. Mrs. Grace Lansing, his wife. Society patroness, lover of the arts.
There's probably
Cook,
some setting somewhere
my
that controls
former
what
best
outfit she
friend.
wears.
Teddy Brown, her disgraced brother. Outlaw, wanted man, and still in contact with them. All I ask of you is your help in finding out quite what happened.
Mrs. Leclerc would like to help you get back on your feet. Get back to work.
Whatever your work may be, I don't judge. You want to rob? Rob. You want to save innocent folk? Do that as well. But you need me just as much as I need you. I think we all understand each other.
I hope we do.
Good. I look forward to rewarding you for killing those who made me a widow. My husband was a true believer in this country and in the West. He was killed for greed. Foul greed when there's quite enough for everybody. I don't care what your scruples are as to
You
killing.
want to see an interesting
I will take the
series.
full burden of that
1883
sin
really
upon
shows
my
how
shoulders.
hard and gritty this time period was.
Goodbye, for now. Then Hawley, go introduce her to nice Mr. Cripps.
I think you'll like Cripps well enough. He's long past his prime, of course, but he hasn't gone entirely crazy just yet. And he will help you, better than most of his ilk. Cripps! Get up!
Hello, partner. Harley.
This is your new boss.
Oh, pleased to meet you, partner.
There are people that
KB
still do
Cripps
that.
at your
They spit on their hand for
We'll pay to get your camp established. Mrs. Leclerc is a generous benefactor.
And, where are we
trust, I
headed?
suppose. Camp and properties, camp, setback, small camp. I think we're only allowed gap tooth ridge.
Oh, and, madam, while Cripps is establishing your camp, perhaps you can go to the station and see the clerk, then head to see Clay Davies. He's a horse thief and, not a terribly nice one. Then meet Cripps back at your camp.
See you shortly, boss.
Good luck.
Now you're back to playing your character.
Sooner you do it, the sooner we'll leave you to your own devices.
Scrowning egg. Now you can see on the map, they kind of give you a path on the lower left there. Much like in Assassin's Creed, if you stay on the road, you're going to be going faster. There's a couple options you have here. You can go off-road. You can see the terrain is such that staying on the road is not a bad idea. Although it does make you a target, because people who are looking for you on the road would see your dust coming up and know that you're coming. As mentioned a couple of times in my books that you can see there at sellersjr.com, my Weird Wild West. So even though the roads kind of wind in and out, you could try to go cross country. I'll give you an example of how that plays out. And I'm sure there were cowboys that followed the train tracks. Most likely to run into snakes. This is where was intriguing because you either follow the bridge or you're back on the road. So you can do train station, I believe is what the X is. If you want to explore the real world and see what there is to see. And the fun thing of these games is you're not stuck in the same path that you did in old games. Kind of tries to estimate where you're going. You can picture your GPS saying recalculating. So you're in free mode here. So we are going to try the hitching station. Now, I ran into problems yesterday. I was trying to figure out how to... This is all different. It's kind of funny. Now, the postal Turk is left. You hold that down, you press X, and voila. That's when I couldn't get going yesterday.
Hello. You must be a Horley's friend. He's one of us. He said you are also a discouraged creature. Now, I will be honest. I try not to talk too much to women. Well, let's leave that. Alden, that's me. But Horley insisted you was okay. I'm very discouraged, you see. Anyway, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Sort of. I find your reticence charming. Real charming. I heard you might want to earn a little extra money. Well, some gentlemen have been robbing our stages, and they are not part of the club, if you catch my meaning. If you can make them go away, I'm sure they will have something of interest to you. They're up near Gap-Tooth Ridge. See what you can do, okay? Here, by the way, a catalog. The latest issue. Just came into this armpit from a land more civilized. And if things work out, well, my colleagues and I move around these stations as needed. And all of us are very discouraged. We will all help you with pertinent information, even if you are a lady. Good afternoon, ma'am.
And so that is the next. Let's see. Switch the drawer here. Cigarettes are always useful. So I think we're going to leave it here. So we're going to save. I'm going to quit the game. And it'll come back, it'll save the last one. And that is the online version of Red Dead Redemption. So again, check out Get a Good Brewing, or a brewery near you with similar ambiance for the public. And we'll see you in the next video.